वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। Good morning, Guten Morgen, Bonjour. All of you had your breakfast. You had good sleep last night. Sleep is very important. Think Mirza Ghalib, I think he said, Urdu poet, बचपन में नींद आती थी गलीब, अभी तो टक्कर सो जाता हूँ. Childhood, effortlessly you get sleep. Now you get sleep only when you are tired. If you are not tired, you will not get sleep. There's so many thoughts. So that would be the change when we grow from childhood into adulthood. We get sleep only when you are extremely tired. If you are ordinarily tired, also you won't get it. We have so many thoughts in the mind. Life has become so complex for various reasons. Right. Today something about education. Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda, we got some beautiful thoughts on education, about the goal and objective of education. Had our policy makers after independence, had they taken a cue from Swamiji's ideas on education, India would have been a different nation by now. Let us see what Swamiji wanted to say on education. Please see page number 20. I won't be able to cover all the quotes. Other quotes you please read yourself. The education which doesn't help the common mass of people to equip themselves for the struggle for life, which doesn't bring out strength of character, a spirit of philanthropy, and the courage of a lion, is it worth the name? Real education is that which enables one to stand on one's own legs. The education that you are receiving now in schools and colleges is only making you a race of dyspeptics. You're working like a machines merely and living a jellyfish existence. The ideal of all education, all training should be this man making. But instead of that, we're always trying to polish up the outside. What use in polishing up the outside when there is no inside? The education which doesn't help the common mass of people to equip themselves for the struggle for life. Why do we educate ourselves? What is the goal of education? It's a kind of empowerment, so that actually you can face the challenges of life better. An educated person is better equipped than an illiterate and uneducated person. Supposed to be. But today illiterates and uneducated people are living better than educated. At least they don't have psychological problems. Those who are uneducated, they have less psychological issues. That's why Swami is saying, character, courage of a lion, a spirit of philanthropy. Education should give you all these things. Today we consider ourselves very advanced, and we all know that as a species, among all the creatures, we are on the top of the pyramid. The most intelligent species among all the created things is this human species. But just look at animals, they don't struggle as much as we struggle for the basic necessities of life. Do they struggle? మనిషి ఏదైతే పోరాటం చేస్తున్నాడు జీవన పోరాటం, ఆ పోరాటం అదే స్థాయిలో జంతువులకు ఉందా? లేదు. Any animal is suffering from stress? Do you think? Basically, we are also, employment, all this for food and clothing and shelter only, right? Basic necessities. Why have you, made life so complex? Why we make such a huge fuss of just acquiring simple things of life? Where have we gone wrong? We need to give a serious thought to it. Education means today, unfortunately, in India, two things only. I'm just simplifying it. Swamiji has actually elaborately said only two things: skills and values. Education should have focused on skills and values and nothing else. Nothing else you need to know. If you look at our education from school to college, they pack some syllabus there which has absolutely no relevance for in your employment most of the times. You just put the question, what I'm reading here now as part of my education in school and college, will it help me in my employment, in my job, at my work? This is a simple test that you make everything pass through. Then you will remove so much. Everything at 80% can be safely deleted. Swami said that, 120 years back, he make children work, put tools into their hands. They will get hands-on experience. Then they will get skills. Their confidence will get boosted. And they will become, real men. They will be able to stand on their own feet. Entrepreneurship today we are talking about, and government thinks that actually young people you can make entrepreneurs. That effort you should make only when they are young, and they're still in school. I'm just thinking, the other day a young person came to me because he got admission in some private university, MBA. 12 lakhs he has to pay per annum, and he's asking me, Swamiji, can you help me financially? Then I said, why you want to go to the private university? Today we have created brand names and then everybody is rushing to get into those colleges where we have created brand. Those brands actually they have not created on there. It's we actually, the society, who help them actually create a brand, and then we want to get there, and because now they have a brand name and they charge exorbitantly. There's a lot of competition is there, they make money that way. What is MBA? I just want to tell you. When the child is in the school, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, you just ask the child, a group of children, 3 or 4 you bring together. Children, you do this thing. You make a snack, maybe samosa. You have to make the snack, you have to packet it, and you have to market it. Okay? You just give them the simple task. Children, 3 or 4, they will bring the ingredient, they will make samosa, they will pack it, and they will market it, then they'll bring some money for you. Yes, 4, 5 such a small task you give, keep on giving, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Now you have created a perfect MBA person. They will not go for a job. If you give that kind of training to them, as soon as they come out of the colleges, they will start something on their own. They will not look for a job. Entrepreneurship skill you need to impart when they're still in school. Now, once they come out of the college, you talk about how to make them entrepreneurs. It's too late in life. That skilling you is not happening. So much of information oriented, dry information, absolutely useless from employment perspective. So much feedback there. The NCRT or SCRT, they prepare some syllabus. Teachers are always busy completing that syllabus in 200 days of work days out of 365, and then children have to appear for exams, and then they get grades and marks and then certificate. I was spoken with students. I asked them actually, what are you doing? 80 to 90% of the boys and girls, they reply that we are preparing for competitive exam. What competitive exams? I ask. They say, Group 1, Group 2, UPSC. You just see how many number of posts. Advertisement comes for, let us say, 150 to 200 posts in each of the departments. 2 lakh, 3 lakh people are appearing. Nowhere in the world, actually. You just go to any other country. That kind of inhuman competition exists as it exists in India. Right? Education has failed the nation, but still we don't notice it. Naturally, there is so much of stress and tension. What employment will I get? What employment will I get? Recently, we conducted a 3-day residential camp for boys. Some of our brahmacharis went there and interacted with them because it was a residential camp. They went in the night. After food, actually, they interacted with those young people. One of our brahmachari Maharaj told me, Maharaj, what philosophy and spirituality and higher things you can teach them? They have a question mark on their faces. They all completed their degrees and PGs and looking for employment. What will I do? What will I do? How I will settle down in my life? The thing is, education has failed the nation because instead of giving skills and values, and you have just taught some information which is absolutely useless from, getting an employment perspective. Values. Today, India is paying a heavy price because of corruption. And how much actually this looting is going on in the country, not many people have an idea and understanding. It says 70 to 80 lakh crore money is changing hands. Illegal money is the corruption money. Because of that the quantum of exploitation in the society is so huge. Now we want to live with corruption. Everybody is thinking that cannot be, removed, it cannot be, eradicated because 80% of the people in the government sector are corrupt. It's not possible. They have left it like that. And yet we are aspiring and hoping that we would become a great nation in the future. Impossible. Impossible if you don't remove that corruption. Why such corruption? Because you are not taught values as part of the education. You are not imparted skills, you are not taught values. And the nation is paying such a heavy price. Because of that, so much of stress. There is no other side. They also have stress. But Indian society, unbelievable. Supposed to be a spiritual society, we have the highest wisdom, but the people are passing and experiencing that much of stress and anxiety to the basic survival. I believe it's an affront to human dignity. If you just look at animals, they are conducting themselves majestically. Okay, we have so much to learn from our inferior brothers, so-called inferior brothers. Okay, there's more dignity about those creatures, which you consider the animal, it's a low creature. Not at all. Absolutely no stress and no anxiety. Okay, no, they have not complicated life. We humans have complicated life with all our boast of technology and knowledge and big universities. I don't want to name, which are the big universities in the world. We have phenomenally complicated life and then experiencing intense stress and anxiety and think that this is how actually life has to happen. No, somewhere we have gone wrong. You just try to fix where we have gone wrong. You just try to make it clear. In Indian society, this has happened. Non-imparting of skills at school level and non-teaching of values. That's the reason life has become so complex and so exploitative. There's so much of insecurity in the society. A very simple thing, roti kapda makan. For the kind of intelligence that we have, for the kind of cerebral capacity that we have, God has given us so much of intelligence, and we, the top of the pyramid, the highest species and the greatest species, unfortunately, have done this mistake, but still we don't realize. So how to go about it, it's a long story. If I get an opportunity in next prayer meeting, I will try to explain. Now we are making a small attempt actually, where we go to schools, and we want to educate the parents and also the school managements. Today there is so many people who are unemployed in society, and these school children also tomorrow they will become unemployed. Okay, they will enter into that jobless market. What I am saying is, you impart skills to them and also dignity of labor. Dignity of labor, that which is there in the West, is not there in India. Dignity of labor means every work is sacred. A plumber, a carpenter, electrical worker, a mason, a driver, a sanitary worker, every work should be more same. For everybody who actually the 8 hours or 9 hours of work they should get more or less same salary like in America and Europe. Then half of the problem of this country will get solved. Otherwise, actually, there's so much of craze for certain occupations like medicine and engineering, software. Engineering also not only software. And people like, don't want to tell I'm proudly that I'm a civil engineer, I'm a mechanical engineer. But of course, other occupations, noble occupations like farming, actually, absolutely they don't command any prestige. People actually feel insulted, and people feel they don't want to say I am a farmer. They can't tell with any pride, sense of pride. Why? Why is this kind of a division? Why can't you attach so much of prestige to certain occupations? Doctor, 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 everybody wants to become a doctor. Because of that, demand, a state government, actually the state government, in every district we have a medical college. 5 years down the line, you will have so many doctors and they will have to compete among themselves for business. There should be more sickness in the society for them to survive. Absolutely thoughtless. There are many things that are going on in the wrong direction. But we will do our best, what we can do to correct the society and make people understand. We need to think for ourselves. I'm not asking you to think for somebody else or some other species. We need to think for ourselves. Thank you this much for today.